Hello, I'm Will, and I guess we're gonna take a tour of the ambulance. So, our first cabinet on the outside here has our onboard oxygen and backboards. So I don't know if you want to take a look inside, but we got our giant oxygen tank in there. Different types of backboards with straps, scoop stretcher, and then a Reeves. C collars in there, and the backboard head straps.
We got the stair chair here. This is to bring people downstairs. All right, if there's an apartment building or whatever that there's a lot of stairs and no elevator, we'll pull this bad boy out, and that'll help us guide down the stairs and have nice rollies here. This is a Lucas device. So this does compressions for us. It's actually very helpful. Any questions? No? Extra linens, sea collars, waters for stuff like fires and events that we're going to be on scene for a long time. Move on to the back here. You guys want to go inside?
So, this here's our stretcher. It's our main way of transporting patients. It's automatic, so it's all powered. It's got a battery. The wings are nice. Some stretchers only have the vertical pulls, but these ones have wings that go outwards. Our bench seat. A bunch of the cabinets are filled with first aid stuff. So we have stuff for if somebody gets injured, bleeding control stuff in that cabinet. The front left up there is all the airway stuff. And then all this is, there's fluids and stuff for starting IVs. So if you guys want to, we can go to the side door and you guys can go inside if you'd like. You can check out the cabinets. Sound good? You can take a seat anywhere you'd like. So like I was saying, in these cabinets, we have different things like an oxygen mask, a little nasal cannula, it goes in your nose and gives you oxygen that way. There's some BVMs in there. This is our box. This contains different stuff like medications, aspirin, Narcan, different stuff for IVs, medications. So this here's our monitor. This is very nice. So it automatically takes vitals, stuff like your blood pressure and a pulse ox. If you don't know what a pulse ox does, so it reads your pulse and then it reads how much of your blood is actually containing oxygen, how much of it is like saturated with oxygen. It can also do things like heart monitor, so it can show us the electrical activity inside your heart. Just other basic stuff in here. A glucometer for blood sugars. Some patients have a hard time controlling their blood sugar, too high, too low. It can cause a lot of problems. Let's see. We got a stethoscope over here for listening lung sounds, and as much as the monitor is nice for automatically taking vitals, sometimes you got to take it manually. It can give you some false readings sometimes, so it's always nice to double check. I don't know if you want to go into the other cabinets. We got in here a bunch of gauze and pads for bleeding control. Some triangular bandages. People who have like broken a bone up here, you can use it to sort of immobilize the joint, so that way it's not moving around when we move them around. Outlets for the onboard oxygen. stuff for suctioning patients, hospital keys. The stretcher also has oxygen on it. The reason we have these smaller tanks and a big tank is sometimes people require a lot of oxygen, and if you're not careful, the small tanks will run out. So usually when we get into the truck, we switch them over to the onboard oxygen, and that way we don't have to worry so much about it running out on the way to the hospital.